here, Time Rush YouTube channel, where today we're at Chessington and we're doing something very exciting. We're doing the Vampire VIP behind the scenes tour. We've never done anything like this before. It's a classic ride, opened here in 1990, built by Aerodynamics, and we're just so excited for this, aren't we? We're going to go to the hotel now and meet our tour guide and then look around the whole maintenance area and everything the Vampire's got to offer.
So this is Transylvania. Before this ride there was the units. Hello engineers, let me just raise your head. VIP 19 receiving.
Why is Vampire so dusty after?
It's old.
VIP 19 receiving.
Older than you.
I'm going to get you a photo.
This is where we came before when we came off the road.
Yeah, and there's a lot of stairs.
I know there is.
As you see, like little people don't notice these little messages when they go past.
Is that from like when it first opened?
Yeah,
Are
yeah,
these
yeah,
all
yeah.
original?
Yeah. And other signs, that's a basic one.
Yeah.
But people just run and not notice, but if people open their eyes for a few seconds, look up and around, you can see little gems around.
Yeah.
This is the hill lift one. Really amazing. We've kept the same features and stuff.
I've never done this.
It's exciting.
Ooh.
Have you done any other rides like this before?
No.
No, this is the first one? Oh, very exciting.
Ooh.
Hi guys.
Hello.
You had the biscuits and drinks today. I told you to come down there. You guys.
I'll keep with the lights on though.
Oh, we just walked down here. The Vampire train has 12, and then it holds a capacity of 24. So we have 2 trains running. One is always
What are
here.
these things for?
Just hold on.
Just another place to hold them.
We've got 12 carriages, and that's got 24 people. So this is our famous operanism, as you call it, right? Famous organ person.
Organ player.
Yeah. He is now known as, his head is Phil Collins. It has been confirmed. By
Yeah, I heard about that.
It was a rumour, not anymore.
It was a
Oh.
rumour, it has been confirmed. So last year, Chessington decided, and thank God they done it, to spend money into it. Years ago, it used to play the music, and he didn't move, and the lights done it. And then when the music and lights stopped, he started playing.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, when you're going to fix this? So they're like, yeah. So he stripped it all out, all the wiring, reprogrammed and rechecked it to make sure it's in sync, and finally it does work. And as you see, the columns are back, the torches are back. They've just been put back about a month ago. So they're new, not a new edition, but they've been brought back.
Yeah.
They've been
From the
revamped.
original. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the old ones were getting a bit too heavy.
Right.
And they used to block a lot of the theming, and when it's dark in here, you can't see. So these ones, they've added spotlights on them to highlight the bits of theming that we were missing out.
The operators the attendants, as a club called here, will start from the front of the train, work their way down here, checking all the lap bars, and once they get here, the operator will put his thumb up. His friend, his colleague next to him, will put his thumb up because the operator can't see me, so I can wave.
Yeah.
Hello, hello. They can't see me, so he's his eyes and ears for me. So I put my thumb up. He puts up his thumb. He presses the dispatch button.
Which will then go through to the console.
Then he's like, yeah, everyone's good to go.
Yeah.
If I see anything wrong, or the attendant will see anything wrong, he can hit the stop, and then the ride will stop.
Yeah.
So, and then the guy at the other end will be the batcher, and he will batch the next group in.
Yeah.
'Cause years ago, they just let everyone queue wherever.
It was a free-for-all.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, but on the front, but on the front. And then the queue for the front was longer than the rest of the queue, and it was blocking up the rest of the queue.
Yeah.
So then now we thought, you know what, we would just have a batcher here, gets the throughputs through, people through quick.
Yeah.
Because everyone would be like, I'd rather wait to the front. Instead of waiting against the wall, they all just stand in the middle,
Yeah.
and no one was moving.
And you'll have loads of empty rows and stuff because people won't be filtering it all and stuff.
So
Yeah.
that's how they done it, and the guys just work fast. It's the speed and stuff. Because years ago when they done the vampires, you maybe remember, it used to be a dome shape,
Yeah.
and that took longer because people had to climb in and go, I can't get in. and I can't get out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it was built in 1990 by, who was it?
Arrow, yeah.
And then Vekoma took it over.
What were the reason for swapping the trains? What were the...
So they originally just planned a refurb.
Right, okay.
Because it needed one.
Yeah.
In aerodynamics, they planned it for years.
Right.
But unfortunately, literally, as we were redoing it, they went bust. So
Right.
Vekoma had to come in and take on the massive project of redoing it. So they then designed these new trains.
Okay.
So we don't know what aerodynamics' new plan actually was. But yeah, the old trains used to sit 4 in a row, and they'd have a cage in your feet, so your legs didn't used to dangle. They were back themed, and obviously these new trains, they now sit 2 people, and it swings a lot more. So
Yeah.
it's more like you're back, more like you're flying. And obviously these trains are purple.
And when they took it over, they had a big job because there was no plans with it and stuff, so they had to look at it and scratch and get what they can and re-look at it.
Yeah.
And just didn't want to keep it how it was, how this looked, the design. So they had to work with that and think, how can we not keep the train running? Let's change it. Let's try this. And they've done test models and stuff.
They did really well. So considering that, shot in 2001, reopened back in 2002, so no time was lost. They did a really, really good job.
So we will go down this way. Just please mind your step.
Just make sure you stay on the
Therefore
left-hand
lead
side
away.
for
Yeah,
me.
left-hand
as
side.
well. So if everyone wants to just have a look up for me, this is our switch track. This is our new switch track we got when we had the refurb done. So how it works is it does a full 180 flip. The track will connect to this one. And because these trains are a lot heavier and it was designed quite quickly, we can't reverse this train back into the engineer station.
Is it on a bit of a slant as well? I've
I've
noticed that, yeah.
So they've got to use something called a wench. We'll see one later. And they have to manually pull the train in to where all the engineers do their job. So if they need to fix the train, there's a part of the train they need to look at. It does take about half an hour to
Right.
get that train in.
Okay.
So it takes a long time. And I think that is just because of how quickly Vekoma had to do things.
Yeah.
It would have taken quite a long time to design.
But as you see the station, everything's still the same.
Yeah.
This is train 2 here.
It's weird seeing this with the lights on, because normally it's pitch black in here, isn't it?
Yeah.
And they wanted to keep it right because it gives the effect
Yeah.
and the illusion.
Just mind you step up here.
Minus that.
Oh wow.
So here
We
is
seem to have hit a pigeon today.
Yeah. Feathers everywhere.
You'd be surprised. It was a lot on that fire.
There's one over there, that was last week.
Oh god.
So when the new trains got built, obviously they never had the swinging wheel here.
Yeah.
So we put in, these are called trims, they're trim brakes. So you put this in, the wheel connects, and the trim brakes are clicking. So you'll feel when you come in, you're swinging so fast.
Yeah.
When every time I'm on it, I think I'm going to hit the wall, even though I know I'm not going to. And then suddenly it comes to a quick stop. That's because of this here that we installed.
Oh, okay.
To slow it down quickly, otherwise it just wouldn't really work.
Yeah.
It goes too fast. So these are called trim brakes. We've also, if you turn around behind,
well, this is a good attraction.
yeah, I like this one. It's my favourite. Looks like a bunch of old pipes. Do you want to say the rest, Ian?
Okay, yeah. So with this, well, it looks
Said you
like
liked it.
pipes, but yeah, what they do, they actually attach it to the track and walk with it all the way around the track to make sure everything fits, doesn't go inside this shape.
Oh, is it like a clearance kind of thing?
Yeah. So it looks a bit odd, and people are like, what's this?
Yeah.
But it actually works because if it does, then it can be, this tree needs trimming before
Yeah.
we even open
It's gonna someone's got a branch in the face.
Yeah.
They do it quite a few times a year.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool because obviously it looks like nothing, but it is something.
I think it's just snowing.
No one's done a proper cleaner.
Because it's pitch black in here, we don't have to move anything out. So the new chandeliers that we installed that you guys just saw,
Yeah.
they were actually sat here for 2 months.
Oh, okay.
And not one guest noticed, so it's really funny.
Yeah.
You could put anything in there, couldn't you?
Installed on all like the annual pass holders.
You could tease a new ride or something in there, no one would see it, would they?
It's so dark. If you come around here, you can have a look into the engineer office. You have to peek through.
Ooh.
So this is where in the winter, in the height when the season starts, they have a spare, the third train park up here.
Yeah.
Because there's always 2 trains running, they would never use the third one because the third one will be used next season. So they would rotate. The trains
okay,
around.
yeah,
Each train has a year.
yeah. And
during
that will that be the main one? So do you ever run it with just one train, or is it always got two?
It's always got two because
Right.
it's because we've got nowhere to store that second train.
Okay, right.
Because the-
Because it's always just so busy.
Yeah.
I'm probably not really going to need
Yeah.
one train.
They tried to run it with 3 trains, and it can run with 3 trains, but unfortunately, with loading and offloading,
You'll be stacking quite a bit, won't you?
And no one will get the full experience. They'd be like, we're stopping,
Yeah.
stopping here, stopping there. So they decided to run it with 2 because it don't actually stop.
Yeah.
But if you have 3, technically it shouldn't stop. But with guests going, oh, I've got, excuse me, my phone.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
yeah,
take
slows
your
it
hat off,
down.
your glasses, it slows it down. Then you'd be sitting there going,
Also, our throughput's really good, so
Yeah.
we just don't need a third train. So third train, what happens every year is that they completely take it apart. So over Christmas time, they do take apart every single train, and they'll do it in here. So this is just covered. It's like Lego. So lots of Lego pieces.
Wheels
They take it all
everywhere.
apart, and they rebuild it from scratch.
Yeah.
So you guys are safe on these trains.
Oh,
The
yeah,
engineers,
definitely,
They check
yeah.
it every single morning and every single evening. They check everything. So everything's really safe. But I always think it's quite cool how they can literally take the whole train apart.
I know what they're doing, and
Exactly, and put it all
yeah,
back together.
Without losing it. Like, oh, did someone move it?
Yeah, it's like, where's that one piece of it?
I'm sure we left it there.
yeah. If it was me, I'll end up putting like a seat on backwards or something like that.
but they get used to it, and it's good though because then all the rides here at Chessington get stripped to the bare bones,
Yeah.
and then re-put back.
Yeah,
And that's why some rides through the winter time don't open. We only open like smaller rides. Where
Yeah.
bigger rides get
They
closed
don't need
for
to
the full
be taken
maintenance.
apart, the smaller ones.
yeah,
This is our old switch track here. So this is the old one they used when we had the bigger trains. It's
Mm-hmm.
really, really super easy. The train would just come in the station, it move along, and it connect on here, and it just goes.
Rolling.
They drive it straight in here. We still have it because why get rid of it?
yeah. Just
Um,
yeah,
It's just annoying to look at that now the engineers have to do that big job.
Yeah.
And this one was so easy. It just wouldn't work with the size of these trains compared to the other ones. But yeah, another fun fact, this belt on the floor looks like nothing, but it is something. So every night the engineers will tie this belt to the train here. It will attach to the track and they'll tighten it. They've got to do this because Vampire has a lot of gas, so kind of like it's farting. But the airlocks, they'll let out lots of air every so often. And one day they left it and the train just hits. It brings the motion and it goes straight into the train in the station. It never used to do it, now it does, so now they have to tie it up every night so it doesn't crash. We'll head down here now, guys.
ooh.
I've also got this window here. I don't know if you guys have noticed it before.
Yeah, we saw that before when we were queuing, didn't we?
Yeah. So I don't know if this is why it was put in, but the op box that we were just at, it's literally opposite that.
Yeah, you'll be able to see the
The
train.
operator can see when the second train comes in. I mean, they have got their CCTV and the buttons light up and stuff, but it's just another way they know the train's there waiting.
Yeah.
I always like looking in that window when I come through to see the queue and
That's
stuff.
the one that we watched through
Yeah,
before.
yeah. When we saw the train come back in.
Ooh.
This is a really good photo opportunity for you guys. If you want us to take any pictures of you, just let us know. If you don't want any as well, that's absolutely fine.
There's Gruffalo.
I love this one now. I like
Right,
the
we're just
mouse.
going to go through this way.
I'm looking in the toilet.
You still got your kilo? Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to go through this special.
Ooh.
I
Alright, before anyone goes through here, we just want to double check that no one's photosensitive or epileptic.
Nope.
No? Wonderful.
don't
Alright.
even have a
Just
phone.
mind your head when you're coming through because there's some low hanging pipes.
Okay.
We'll be fine.
Where?
I think you'll be alright though.
Oh. I can do
This way, this is where you guys will see all the lost property. We get new stuff every day. Sometimes we get some quite funny things.
I don't know why there's a rock there.
What's that?
Oh,
Oh, a little
A squirrel.
a squirrel.
We'll say it's a squirrel.
Oh, yeah.
That's what scared me. I thought it was a fox.
That must be that
I
same
would
guy.
hurt my head because I'm.
Oh, good, yes.
No, I know, I don't know.
Rare one.
I'm
Yeah,
sure.
I knew it issue.
That squirrel's so scary.
I know, it scared me to be honest.
We didn't know what it was.
I did. I thought it was a fox.
A fox.
Or a dog. Or a cat.
Oh, look.
Why is the stuff up
This
there?
is what people have dropped.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's property.
That's why they shouldn't wear hats or
No. Do
headbands.
you find lots of phones and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vapes, a lot of vape.
Ah, I can imagine, yeah.
I've never been on this bit.
Wow. Look at this.
Whoa, that's maybe like really fast.
Yeah, this is a fast part. We're going to go down here first. So this is Lift Hill 2.
Oh.
Now, when the Vampire was redone, it got all new track and everything. But there was one thing they couldn't take out. Can you guess what it was? It's something really big that they couldn't replace. It was the pillars, these pillars here. So they're so big, if we were to take them out, Vampire wouldn't be able to be Vampire.
Yeah.
A lot of it is underground.
Are they hollow, these? Are they just big hollow?
Yeah.
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 What's that bit underneath that track?
What bit, darling?
That bit.
The metal bit, that's where the wheel runners...
Yeah, so you know how we saw where the wheel went in the station? This is just the same one. So the wheel will go in and it connects to the big chain. And then when you go up the hill and you hear the chugga 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 chugga, that's the train.
It's really like tall.
It is, yeah. So, when Vampire got redone, it gets a bit cold.
Yeah.
So every morning, it will normally get stuck. If Vampire's going to get stuck, this is where it's going to happen on Lift Hill 2. So we do have a thing now where we run the train on 6 to 8 people. We can't go any lower than that because it's not heavy enough to get up certain places. So most mornings, the engineers have a big job. This is a winch, this lovely rope.
Oh.
You can see the lovely scrapes, the white scrapes on there.
Yeah.
So it will get stuck here pretty much every morning, and the engineers will use that winch, and once again they've got to use their strong muscles and pull it all the way up until it connects to that chain, so it can go up. Once it's been round a few times and it's got people on it, it's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
It's just in the morning it gets cold.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the pillars were the only things that haven't been replaced. Most of the track was imported from the Netherlands, but the only thing that came from the UK were the pillars, which is quite cool. It's quite cool to say that our ride, some of it was made in the UK.
Why is the ladder?
Just in case they need to get on top. So that's
Maintenance.
yeah, lots of like different pieces, bits and bobs.
Can you see all the wires going up to it?
Yeah.
See a big box.
Knee.
Now you guys can come down here.
I'm not there
Just mind your step. You can take some pictures up the hill. Just don't go any further than this part for me.
That's a good picture.
So recently installed this.
Ooh.
So again, we're putting money into Vampire. So like I said earlier, if the train's going to get stuck, this is where it gets stuck. Now this used to be a massive ditch, so to evacuate people off the ride, they have to get the ladders out as quite a big deal. Now that we've got this, we literally just lift the restraints up. You can step off and just walk out, so it makes things much quicker, much easier. Would you like to tell the story about?
Oh, this is a classic. So this is the famous horse from, do you know what ride? Years ago.
Was it a cowboy one?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Rodeo.
Rodeo.
Yeah, so this used to be the rodeo horse. The cowboy, as you see, the paint on his legs coming off. So you can see the blue. He used to be blue pants. The horse used to be light brown, and he used to ride the rodeo.
I've never noticed that when like riding the ride.
People don't, because it goes so far.
Yeah.
Oh, it's happening. They don't realise. You're more than welcome to stand there and take a picture. Please don't touch a sword.
Yeah.
It's quite delicate.
If you go
at the
around to the
moment.
left, you can see his face.
Oh yeah, and
It's quite
they changed
scary.
his face. Poor guy, I like that guy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a scary thing.
Yeah, I like that guy.
It's not that scary. I like scary stuff.
At Halloween,
That's
the
cool.
lights up in red, which is quite cool.
Careful,
But we
well,
really want them to turn him to sideways a bit so you can see his face when you're on Vampire. Because currently you can't see that awesome face.
it'd be quite heavy though, won't it? I guess.
Oh yeah, it would be
Yeah.
really heavy.
So you're more than welcome to take a picture if you want.
I like the bit when it goes down the hill.
This is that
I
bit.
will give you a demonstration.
That's why I just pointed at it. What is this bit?
This is the bit where you swing really far out.
And you go inside the tunnel.
So Ian will just do a demonstration. So this is how we take our pictures.
Ooh.
Now a lot of people think we have a man that sits in an office all day
Presses a
with a
button.
really good trigger finger and he's just like taking all pictures. But we don't. We've got a laser. So it's where Ian is stood on the rock, and it hits this white box on the fence here. And every time a train comes through, it triggers it, and and it takes the pictures for us, which is quite clever. Now it's really clever. Ian, try and trigger it again. There you go. Oh, it just proved me wrong. But it knows that. Oh, now there you go. It knows a train will never come round that quick, so it's sensitive to the time that it would take for train 2 to come round.
Because that's why a picture doesn't get sent of like a nothing basically.
Exactly.
Like if a bird sets it off or something.
Yeah, exactly. You guys can come down.
Ooh.
We are going to walk through the tunnel now. Now this is the fastest bit of Vampire.
This is the best bit.
It goes
Yeah.
45 miles an hour. Did you guys
Wow,
know
I didn't know that. No.
Now what ride do you think goes faster? Manjul Mayhem
No, I know this one.
or Vampire?
Elmo's.
Vampire.
Vampire. They actually go the same speed.
Do they?
Yeah. So Vampire, now this is like some clever words I'm going to use now. But Vampire counteracts the lateral G-force. So basically what that means is because Vampire is swinging, it makes it feel like it's going slower than it is.
Yeah.
Now, they've done that on purpose because obviously Vampire is like the first roller coaster children will go on. So they don't want them to be too scared, so it feels slower. And Jumanji, that boost at the beginning, they've done that, they want it to be scary.
Yeah.
But yeah, they actually go the same speed, which is quite cool.
I never knew that.
Now, a fun story we like to tell everyone is when Vekoma took over the Vampire and it became Vampire. They were testing the trains one day, and this was so long ago they didn't have CCTV. I know, it's very tough, isn't it? The engineers were testing the trains and the train got lost. They had no CCTV, so they just walked around the track and they were like, oh, I can't find the train anywhere. They had to actually call Vekoma and be like, can you come to Chessington, please?
It's vanished.
We've lost the train. And they was like, oh no, like we'll come down, but we know where it is. And it was in this tunnel.
Oh, so it stalled.
Pardon?
Did it stall?
Yeah, well, it just stopped. So, back then, it wasn't heavy enough.
Oh, okay.
So we didn't know it needed like 6 to 8 people on it.
Yeah.
So it gets stuck and it was just swinging in here. This is where you'll find the most lot property as well. Oh look! Would you like £2?
Oh yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
You're welcome.
Get yourself an ice cream after.
You've done well today.
I know.
Look at this big one.
Oh, it's a big one. You can take that home if you want as well.
It's got a lot of cobwebs still.
No, I'll put it back there.
I don't like cobwebs.
Oh yeah.
Too young to smoke, keep walking.
I don't like cobwebs because I don't like spiders.
No, neither do I. You'll see we've got speakers up here. So we installed those after that happened, just in case the train was to get stuck. So the operator can call the radio down and be like, don't worry guys, we're going to come get you, it's all okay. Because a lot of people ask, why do you have speakers? There's no music playing. That's why.
Yeah.
It just gets
I
stuck.
think I know why there's a £2 on the floor. Because someone put his pennies in their pocket.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You shouldn't take any loose items on, should you?
Nuh-uh.
Now it's
So
mine.
all off property, we will not stop the ride during the day to get anything.
Yeah.
Unless it's medication. So like an asthma pump or really important
Something,
medication
yeah.
they need like then and there.
Yeah.
Then we will stop the ride, evacuate, or not, get everyone off, stop the ride, go in and get it for them.
Yeah.
But even things like phones, you're going to have to wait till
Just
the end
wait.
of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really rapid.
Sweet wrapper. See, someone was eating that while they were on Vampire.
What if they be sick?
I know, I really.
Another thing with, do you know, like if the emergency button gets pressed,
Yes.
do you have to then cycle the ride
Oh, look, look.
again,
so you have to
empty,
retest
and
it,
yeah.
before we go ahead, yeah. Yeah, that's why it gets so annoying when people do silly things.
Yeah.
And so on Tiger Rock, if someone stands up. and
Well,
you
we
stop
were
it.
queuing for that, and the amount of times you have to tell people to stop rocking the boat and stand up,
They,
and
I mean, up to the operator, but if someone stands up even once, you're meant to stop it.
Yeah.
You give them a warning. But yeah, that one goes down all the time. They've got to drain all the water, and then it takes forever. They've got to test it. And
yeah,
get
it's not fair on
wrong.
people who've waited and
No.
followed the rules.
No.
Got a big loop
So
there.
our best piece of lost property we had,
Was it
it's
£2?
gone now. It was a wig. So it's a small wig. So that just goes on top of your head. So it's an old man's wig. It fell off and he was so embarrassed he didn't come to get it. So he kept it for a really long time.
You should have put it on that statue.
I know. And then I don't know what happened. Someone came and cleaned it and got rid of it, and we were really upset because that was like the
So if
best
they
part.
don't have property, so they spend that money.
We also had him. We shouldn't have already had him. Someone dropped a Mickey Mouse, a little statue. So we put him up there, and we used to play a game. We used to tell everyone who came on the Vampire Behind Scene tours. Next time you come round the fast bit of the ride, you've got to really concentrate and try and spot Mickey Mouse on the wall. They got rid of him as well when they got rid of the wig,
Oh.
which was sad.
I missed that
I'm still waiting.
And Mickey.
If you want to look up here, these are some of our brakes here. Now these are the
Oh, yeah.
oldest brakes we have. These were installed so the train wouldn't roll back into the tunnel like
Yeah.
it did before. Now we don't use these anymore. If you look at them, you see they're really old.
Yeah.
They got turned on this winter for the first time in ages, and they're so loud you can literally hear them from Thorpe Park. So we don't turn them on. We don't need to turn them on because we know the train isn't going to roll back because we've got the correct weight on it
Yeah.
every time. So it's not necessary. I think they just put it on in winter because they didn't have the correct amount of people. Or they're just sending train round empty.
Right, okay.
Just to help it
make
along.
Sure in case
Yeah.
that it gets really cold, but really they don't need to.
We're nearly finished, then you can take it.
Yeah.
But a lot of people ask, you know, if Vampire was to stop or break down, would you break down when you're like on your side, or if rides go upside down, would you? You can't.
No.
So it's only where the brakes are placed.
Yeah.
So
Or a lift hill or...
exactly on a lift hill. So you'd never stop. Obviously going downhill, the train's just going to come to a gradual stop.
Yeah.
So you don't need to worry about any of that ever. Do you have any other questions?
Is there like any plan of retracking it? What's the, is that?
I normally like to end the tour on that.
Oh, sorry.
That's really good that
Okay.
you said that because that was nice. So after we walk round, they put money into Marcel, the organist.
Yeah.
We've got the new chandeliers.
Yeah.
We've installed that. And even something silly like they painted the wall next to the toilets.
Okay.
So they're putting money into Vampire.
Yeah.
So no one needs to worry that Vampire is going anywhere.
Oh, good. Yeah.
There's another squirrel.
That's that same guy.
What's that
He's
noise?
a new recruit. He's
Oh,
like
that's a ride. It's just, that one doesn't
He's a
turn
new
off, it
VIP
just goes off all night.
There's a shadow in it.
After Nemesis,
Smells like milk.
this was designed by John Wardley as well,
Yeah.
same as Nemesis. I think there was a lot of chatter about retracking it. Unfortunately, we don't know anything, so we literally find out when you guys find out,
Yeah.
which is really annoying.
I'm guessing it'll be Vekoma then.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think if they were,
Yeah.
I think it would be for Vekoma, and I'd love them to retrack it, but it would be really hard, again, because you have to keep the pillars in. As
Yeah.
I said earlier, you can't take
I
the
think
pillars
it'd
away.
be good if they just repainted it.
Yeah.
Like
It's not that rough really. I don't find it that rough.
Bumpy, but I don't think it's too. Some people do complain, but I don't think it's too bad.
No, I don't
It's
think
not
it
the
is.
bumpiness, I think it's
For the
just
age.
paint around.
In the next 10
Yeah.
to 20 years, I think they will. This is just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
I think they will. I don't think they'll ever get rid of Vampire because it's become a thing now.
It's like Nemesis, isn't it? Alton Towers. It's a
Exactly.
staple of the park, isn't it?
I
Yeah.
believe they got rid of
I can't go
the
in
Loggers Leap. I like
Not
that
yet.
one.
Nearly.
Hyperia's good though, to be fair.
No,
It's good, but the classics like Loggers
it's
was known.
No, it's Nemesis.
Thorpe Park didn't have, they had the Rapids, but
Yeah.
it was two different rides.
Yeah.
Where Loggers was bigger and it stretched longer.
I do like a good log flume. It's like the one here. It's classic, isn't it?
It's
Yeah.
like bubble works.
No,
Everyone
the
makes
Yeah.
bubble works.
People I need to go.
But if you look over there as well, you can see like where the paint, like look at the orange bit.
Yeah.
Where it's like not been eroded.
I don't like the music.
I just,
I
I
don't
think
like the
painting
laughing on
it,
the
not like just
I don't like that one.
painting it.
Yeah.
Like they done it in stages for Colossus.
Yeah, just
They done it in
I thought
little
you can't
stages.
go in
Yeah.
I'm not asking them paint it. All
do one
the
half
way.
of it and then the next
No,
half another.
Do
Yeah.
blocks. I'm not asking them to do the whole thing in one go, but just do it in stages.
Yeah.
I think everyone thinks it's still
It's an
moving
animal,
as
it's
well,
like a
so,
bird.
people
Yeah.
who
But
it's
complain
not
about
real
being
bird, it's just on a
bumpy,
speaker.
If it looks nice, they won't complain. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's now children's first roller coaster.
Yeah.
It's got to the trend now where it was like my mum's first roller coaster.
Yeah.
And then it was my first roller coaster. And then if I have children, I'll bring them, and it's their first roller coaster.
Yeah.
So it's come like a tradition now.
Yeah.
So I don't honestly, if they got rid of Vampire, like I don't
You'll
think
quit.
a lot of people,
I'm
I
quitting.
would quit, but I think a lot of people
protest.
wouldn't come here. Like when they put Jumanji in,
Yeah.
Vampire's still a favourite.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
a lot of people I speak to, I ask what their favourite ride is. They
like-
say Vampire.
I
mean, I
I
prefer
agree.
Vampire
I do.
over Mandrill.
I think it's a real free.
I think they're
not a real
trying-
free circuit, but it's like a foot park ride,
So
Jumanji, the Magic
Yeah.
Mayhem. Whereas this is like
Scary.
in between.
Exactly.
We get a lot of YouTubers and like ride enthusiasts saying, look, bring back Professor's Bubble World.
Yeah.
And we're like, maybe not. But I want it back because I love
I
the
love Bubble
smell.
World.
I like Gruffalo though. I think I prefer Gruffalo.
Yeah, I like both.
I think they've done a good job with it.
Yeah,
It's better than Imperial level.
Imperial.
That's
I
it.
love Imperial Level.
So we've just finished our VIP experience and wow, that was fantastic, wasn't it? Just being behind the scenes, it's just so much different from like when you're actually in the theme park, getting on the ride with all the theming lights and stuff like that, and all the music. Just having like the normal lights on, it's crazy. But I just want to say a massive thank you to our guides for showing us around. Beth, she was called, she was brilliant. Thank you so much for that. But yeah, that was fantastic. I really recommend it. We were the only two in there, just you and me, wasn't it? It was fantastic. It just meant we get to answer more questions. It felt a lot more personal, a lot more of it. We felt like a VIP basically. So if you plan on doing one of them, do it. It's fantastic. There's a Tiger Rock one as well, which we haven't done, but I've heard that that's really good as well. But yeah, thank you so much, Chessington. Love that. Really, really good. And thank you guys for watching. If you're new around here, please subscribe.
Bye.
And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.